Ladies and gentlemen, the new spokesman for Wilson's Certified Meats, Scoop and Skip.
Greetings.
Hi there, all you hotshot Wilson's Meat Sales type people.
We're about to show you the new specially designed Wilson's Meat television campaign.
You mean all those crummy commercials we knocked together last...
But first we'd like to tell you about our organization.
What organization?
Muppets Incorporated, of course.
Oh, you're not going to tell them the truth, are you?
I'm going to explain about Muppets' meteoric rise in fame in both the world of entertainment and the field of commercials.
Okay, just so you don't tell them the truth.
You probably know about the Muppets' big lovable shaggy dog Ralph on ABC's The Jimmy Dean Show. I'm the Muppets' big lovable shaggy dog Ralph on ABC's The Jimmy Dean Show.
That was the Muppets' big lovable shaggy dog Ralph on ABC's The Jimmy...
Ralph has become a favorite of this weekly variety show. So many children from all over the country have fallen in love with Ralph that today he gets almost as much fan mail as Jimmy Dean. But not nearly as much money. In addition, Muppets have been seen often on such network shows as Jack Parr, Johnny Carson, Steve Allen, Arthur Godfrey, Today, and Al Hurt's Fanfare.
And this fall we're going to do the Hollywood Palace and the Perry Como Christmas Show.
The ABC network has also commissioned Muppets to make a pilot for an upcoming daily children's show. In short, the Jim Henson Muppets have become famous as a delight to children all over the world.
Hey, those children from all over the world are Jim Henson's daughters. How about that? Look!
Speaking of Jim Henson, he's the man who runs Muppets Incorporated. A few days ago, he recorded some informal comments to explain exactly how a Muppet commercial is filmed.
And I've put together some film to go with his commentary.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Let's watch. On the morning of the day we shoot commercials, I get together with the advertising representatives and Del Ankers, who's our cinematographer, and we plan the day's activity in some detail. While we're doing this, over on the soundstage, the Muppet staff of Don Solon, Frank Oz, and Jerry Jewell start preparing for the first spot. Our facility supervisor and audio control engineer, Gene Ankers, sees to the details of the setup for the day. And finally, we're ready to begin filming. The Wilson people had shipped us some of the product so we could choose the perfect packages to use. And we spend a good deal of time experimenting with the product so that it photographs correctly in the commercial. And as we film, the crew is very aware that we're working for a quality product. Gene, our facility supervisor, is the one who really keeps us all on our toes. And although the work is hard and tiring, we often have a lot of fun on the job, too. On this particular job, the advertising men were especially helpful and came up with many good ideas. As the day wears on, everyone really pitches in. Puppeteers, cameramen, Gene. And often we need additional personnel, and so sometimes the Muppet secretaries drop by to help out on production details. They're always useful on the job. The session continues far into the night, for every major effort is made on our part to turn out fine commercials for a fine product like Wilson. At the end of the day, when the last spot is finished, we're pretty tired. But we're happy, too, knowing we've done a good job for Wilson Certified Meats. You say you edited that film together?
Mm-hmm.
What do you have against Jim Henson?
Nothing.
What do you have against me?
Nothing.
What do you have against Wilson's Meats?
Well, actually, I'm a vegetarian.
We're sure you're interested in the end result of all this activity, so without further ado, here are the Wilson Certified Meats Muppet commercials.
You'll adore Wilson Certified Salami.
Bologna.
Not to mention Wilson Certified Luncheon Meat.
Bologna.
You say you love Wilson Certified Bologna?
No, I don't fall for that stuff.
You will. Drop down to the store for some Wilson Certified Cold Cuts.
You'll be up a tree if you don't. And now, ladies and gentlemen, watch as the champion lifts 2,000 pounds with his bare hands. He gets his brute strength from eating Wilson Certified Franks.
Hey, you're wrong.
You don't eat Wilson Certified Franks? No! Maybe he should. Ten, 9, 8, 7.
Hey, will Wilson Certified Franks make me an astronaut too?
No. 6, 5, 4.
But they're all meat and full of muscle-building protein.
Look, you won't get anywhere by eating Wilson Franks. 3, 2, 1. Well, I could be wrong.
You know, the Leaning Tower of Pisa reminds me of Wilson Certified Bacon.
Why does the Leaning Tower of Pisa remind you of Wilson Certified Bacon?
Because nothing's leaner than Wilson Certified. Leaner, get it?
No joke, folks. For a great breakfast, we lean toward the lean goodness of Wilson Certified Bacon. This is the bacon to take to your frying pan.
How about this one? When is an oven like a delicious breakfast?
I don't know, when is an oven like a delicious breakfast?
When it's bacon.
It's a great bacon. Sugar-cured, hardwood smoked, fries sizzling crisp every time. Wilson Certified Bacon. Now back to the Leaning Tower.
You know what happens when you fry Wilson Certified Bacon?
I'm afraid to ask.
It becomes Wilson Certified Bacon.
Help stamp out bad jokes. Buy Wilson Certified Bacon. Hello, I'm making an impartial survey.
So?
Do you eat Wilson Certified Franks for lunch?
No.
What? You don't put protein punch in your lunch with Wilson's Franks?
No. I mean, yes, I do.
I thought you did. Impartial surveys prove Wilson's Franks always win, somehow.
Yes, I've created a bacon as good as Wilson Certified.
Never. Wilson Certified Bacon is sugar-cured.
So's mine.
Wilson's bacon cooks sizzling crisp.
So did mine.
Does your bacon have the flavor that hardwood smoking gives to Wilson's?
Certainly.
He must have done something wrong.
What kind of canned ham do you have?
I recommend the Wilson Certified canned ham. It's the only tender-made ham.
Do you have Brand X?
Yeah, but you don't want that.
Give me Brand X.
Okay.
Ouch!
I told you to take the Wilson Certified. You never get burned.
Ladies and gentlemen, the commercial spokesman for Wilson Certified Meats. Scoop and Skip.
Greetings once again.
Hi there, all you lovers of hot dogs and money.
A few months ago, at a meeting similar to this one today, you were shown a presentation film supposedly made by Muppets Incorporated. There was a terrible mistake in that film.
I didn't think you were that bad, Scoop.
Please ignore my friend here. Through some ghastly error, that film gave an altogether wrong impression. It made it seem as if we at Muppets Incorporated used Wilson's filming sessions as an excuse for a party, complete with girls, dancing, and beer. It was terrible.
Yeah, it should have been champagne.
At any rate, today we have carefully prepared a presentation to show what sober and untiring effort has gone into the new Wilson's commercials. Here then is Jim Henson, president of Muppets Incorporated, to narrate. Campbell Methuen contacted me and expressed interest in doing another series of commercials for Wilson's Meats. Our first move was to set up a conference between representatives of the Wilson's Company and the advertising agency, Campbell Methuen, and the staff of Muppets Incorporated. Now, the commercials we did last year for Wilson's won 2 major international awards, and because of this, we were asked to do spots not only for Franks and luncheon meats, but for bacon and ham as well. Now, for this expanded campaign, we all sort of felt we needed a new approach. My staff was eager to undertake a motivational research program to determine exactly what type of commercial we should do. So Camel, Methuen, and Wilson agreed that the expense of such a project might be justified. Our research expert was dispatched at once to make a series of random interviews. These interviews were to be very complete. In each case, the person being interviewed would be shown the commercials, and then he or she would be given samples of the product and asked to comment. We felt this was the only way to accurately judge what the public really wants. The interviews were repeated many times in various geographic areas selected at random. And then we showed the final results to the Camel, Methuen, and Wilson executives. Unfortunately, we all felt that as worthwhile as these reports were, they still didn't give an entirely accurate picture. So it was decided that several types of commercials be produced and tested. Now, first we tried a low-pressure, artistic approach. The clients were understandably concerned about the expense, but they nonetheless agreed.
The desert at sunrise. One of the truly great thrills to be had in life. If you're the kind who savors the great golden moments of life, try savoring Wilson's certified bacon.
It's a lovely way to start the day.
The client had some reservations about that particular approach, so they next gave us some money to do a fast-moving pop art type of commercial using a lot of filmic gimmickry, like this.
Eat Wilson Beats. Eat Wilson Beats. Eat Wilson's Beats. Eat Wilson's Beats.
Now, that particular one cost a little more money than we thought it would, but after viewing it, the agency thought a more conservative approach was needed.
We asked a leading independent research laboratory to test Wilson's certified bacon against all other brands. This machine, the smokeometer, tests the amount of hardwood smoked goodness in bacon. You can see for yourself that brand X registers just 43. Now, let's try the Wilsons. Wilson's certified bacon. Scientifically proved to be immeasurably gooder.
Wilson's company and Camel, Methuen were not convinced that this was the answer either. Suddenly, a brilliant thought came to me. I thought that we might use stop-motion photography. Now, in stop-motion process, the product is photographed just one frame at a time, and the package is moved just a little in between each picture so that when the movie is shown, the thing actually seems to come to life.
some disagreement about the effectiveness of this particular one. And so at this point we learned that we had nearly exhausted our production budget. And the agency men were on the verge of extreme measures. Suddenly one of our staff remembered the 2 Muppet characters we had left over from last year. So grasping at straws, we quickly located the people we used in last year's shooting. And so the new Wilson certified meat commercials were produced in a manner rather similar to the previous ones. It was truly another fine example of modern research working hand in hand with creative advertising to produce a successful campaign.